Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. This video is part of my declutter series where I go through my collection declutter products that I no longer use or discard products that are expired and only keep products that I will use. Today we are decluttering products from Maybelline New York, and this is a brand that I no longer purchase as actively from. I've made a conscious effort to try to purchase less from brands that do animal testing and trying to stay on the cruelty-free path. That is something that is dear to my heart, which is why I've no longer been purchasing as much from Maybelline. Now, some of these products are super old because of that, and I do think some of these will have to just be thrown away. But let's get into decluttering my Maybelline New York collection. This should be a bit of a trip down the memory lane. So here are the products currently in my collection from Maybelline New York. I can see products instantly that I know are so old they have to go. First up, this is Color Tattoo Eye Chrome, and this one is in the shade Gilded Rose. I was able to maybe swatch a little bit. It was super dry, definitely gone bad. I do remember liking these eye chromes. I do like liquid eyeshadows. I'm not entirely sure why I did not declutter this in my liquid eyeshadow declutter. I'll have to look at, maybe it hadn't gone bad by then, but right now it is very dry, totally unusable. It will have to go. Another product that I know is so old is this Master Strobing Liquid. I remember these came in a couple of different shades. This is light iridescent, and here is the swatch. It also came out weird, so definitely gone bad. But right now I feel like it is just something that I would not repurchase, even if it was from a cruelty-free brand. I just no longer use this kind of bling in your face strobing liquid. But I do remember this being a really good one back in the day. Now it just has expired. And now that I swatched that, I started thinking I do have highlighters from Maybelline. I quickly went and looked in my collection, and sure enough, I have two Master Chrome and Master Holographic highlighters. So let's talk about those in a little bit, but let's get into some eyeshadows. Who remembers these single eyeshadows? I believe these are still being sold. It's not like they've been discontinued, but I no longer purchase these kind of single eyeshadows. But these used to be really popular a few years back, and there was especially a couple of shades here that everyone and their cousin had. This is the first one. It is called the Glow Down, and then I believe this one as well. This is called Gold School. These were super popular, and let me see if I can swatch these. So here are the Glow Down and Gold School. The Glow Down still looks stunning. Gold School looked a little bit dry. I think I'm going to declutter it. I'm going to hold on to this, the Glow Down, just for, you know, as a memento. This was really one of those products that everyone had. I don't remember who on YouTube was talking about them, and then like the rest of us purchased it. But it is really a good shadow. And one of the things that I do remember from these eyeshadows was that they applied better with this little foam applicator, and that really is not the case with most eyeshadows. So that's something to consider, interestingly enough. But letting go of Gold School, keeping the Glow Down. And let me just take a look at the rest of these, if these are any good anymore. So I swatched a bunch of these. I am letting go of Tastefully Taupe. I could not get anything out of this one. Then Khaki Camo. This was very patchy. And then Forest Green, also quite patchy. It didn't really show up that well. I am holding on to several of these because these seem to perform just fine. The first one that I'm holding on to is Cool Cocoa. This one I'm on the fence about. I don't really need it. Actually, I'm gonna let go of it. It is a nice shade, but I don't need it, so I'm gonna let go of it. This one, however, is called Night Sky. This is a beautiful black, very pigmented, definitely holding on to it. This one I think was one of those super popular ones as well. Nude Glow, that is over here, absolutely stunning rose gold. Holding on to that one. This is Humdrum Plum, that is over here, a little bit powdery, but still I think it's usable. And then this one is called Fierce Fuchsia, and this one actually is really nice. So I'm holding on to these that still performed okay. The ones that are not usable anymore, I'm letting go of. Another eyeshadow formula that was super popular a few years back is their City Mini palettes. I have 3 in here. This one maybe was the most popular. This is Rooftop Bronzes. Then I have Downtown Sunrise, and this is a collab with Makeup Shayla. And these were really nice. Let me see if I can swatch any of these shades. I know they are quite old as well, but the singles seem to be okay. So let's see if the eyeshadow palettes still work. Here's a quick swatch of that Rooftop Bronzes. Seems to be still working just fine. I'm holding on to that one. This Downtown Sunrise, some of these shades felt a little dry, didn't perform as well, or I have these shades in multiple other palettes, so I'm gonna let go of this one. And then the Makeup by Shayla collab. These shades perform as well quite nicely, so I am going to hold on to these 2 and letting go of the Downtown Sunrise. Out of the complexion products, I am keeping all of these Fit Me blushes. I think these are excellent quality. I have one in the shade Wine, that's your beautiful outdoor rosy tone. Then I have Nude, that's more your everyday shade. And then my favorite is this one called Pink Rose. I recently did a drugstore blush reel on Instagram, and I mentioned this one because it is just so stunning. These are really easy to use. They're kind of foolproof blushes. They look beautiful on the skin. That's why I'm holding on to all of them. They are still usable, so I'm not gonna let go of them just for decluttering's sake. I probably have similar shades in my other brand's blushes, but I do like these and I'm gonna hold on to them. I'm also going to hold on to this Matte and Poreless powder. This is a really good basic powder. I have it in the shade 105 Natural Ivory. I swatched it a little bit there. It's a little bit on the lighter side for me, but it still works. I don't use pressed powders that much anymore, but in case I do need it, I want to hold on to this one. I think it's probably at the end of its life cycle anyway, so there's no point in me giving this to someone else, but I will use it and hold on to it. Then I have these 2 Master Chrome and Master Holographic highlighters. I remember this Master Chrome highlighter in Molten Gold being all the rage once upon a time. It still is absolutely stunning golden shade. I'm going to hold on to it. It is beautiful. And then this one, this Master Holographic, I think the shade is just Prismatic Holographic. I swatched it there. That is a pretty unique holographic highlighter. I don't use these that much anymore. It seemed a little crumbly as well. However, I do like to have one of these in my collection in case at some point I will find time to do one of those fancy looks. So I'm going to hold on to these both. I think they are really good formula, and this Molten Gold one especially, that is so beautiful. I think you can make it work as an eyeshadow easily. Absolutely stunning product. Then I have one Lash Discovery mascara. I've never tried this one, but this is with the mini brush. I think I'm going to put it into use. I think this might be really good for the lower lash line. And here I opened it, and it does have this really nice size applicator. So I'll put this on my vanity and put it into use, so I'll get some use out of it. It's probably quite old as well, but it seems like it has not dried up. So I do want to try it, and I do like these smaller brushes. I have more smaller sized eyes, so these tend to work for me. And last up, I have a couple of lip products. These might be quite old. I think this Vivid Hot Lacquer in the shade Royal is quite old. I did manage to swatch it there. I just don't think I'll ever use this kind of shade again. It also smelled slightly funky, but then again, Maybelline lip products don't have the best scent in my opinion, so it could be just that, but I do think it has gotten old. I see some cracks in there as well, so I'm gonna let go of it. I don't think anyone else should use this. It's probably expired. Then I have one of their Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Inspire. This one's not as old, and I do think that it'll work just fine. I'm gonna hold on to it. I remember this formula being one of those things that stay on your lips forever, and sometimes I do need that kind of formula. This shade looks really pretty, like your everyday pink shade, so I'm gonna hold on to this one. Then I have 2 of their Color Sensational lipsticks. I have in 920 Nude and then in 645 Red Revival. Let's take a look at how these perform. Here is the Red Revival. It is pretty deep red, and the 920 Nude is over here. That is very light nude. However, this one, the texture had changed, so I think I'm gonna have to let go of this. but the Red Revival still seemed fine. However, it does have that Maybelline scent that I don't like, but I'm gonna hold on to it for now. I do think it has a little bit of life left. Maybe I'll use it for a look if I want this kind of deeper, more brick red shade, but this one has gone bad, this nude one, or nude lust one, so I'm gonna let go of it and hold on to the Red Revival. So these were all my Maybelline New York products. I had 26 products all together. I am letting go of 10 and keeping 16. So this is definitely not my best ever declutter. So this is definitely not my best declutter, but it's not the worst either. I am decluttering mostly products that are no longer usable. These have expired or they just don't perform the way I want them to. And I am keeping things that I will use or want to keep in my collection as a reference. Sometimes I do like to compare things, which is why I do keep things like this powder that I only occasionally use, but I do like to still use it now and then, and I don't want to declutter just for declutter's sake. So this was my Maybelline New York declutter. Let me know in the comment section if any of these are your favorite products, or are there any products that you completely dislike from Maybelline? I'd be curious to know. And also, are there any products that you highly recommend from Maybelline? I'm sure many of us would like to know. But these were my Maybelline New York products. Thank you so much for watching this declutter. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope you subscribe. And if you like these kind of videos and want to see more of their kind, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.